Hello everyone, today I'm here for my review of Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Here you go. So this will be a full spoiler review, so if you have not seen the movie yet, please go check it out before and then come back and watch this. Currently on video at home, but it's also in theaters, and I definitely recommend checking it out in theaters if you have the time. But if not, see it at home and then come back and watch this video. So just a little forward. I'm not like the biggest Shrek fan. I like the first two movies. I've seen the first Puss in Boots. I liked it growing up. I haven't really seen much of Shrek 3 and 4, and most of these movies I haven't watched in years. But I like the franchise. I'm a pretty good fan of it. But I was just excited to see this movie because of the good reviews and the good trailers. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Negative or mixed things about the movie? Nothing much, really. Honestly, I don't really have too many criticisms. At the time, the plot was kind of simple, but that's not too big of an issue. Maybe the ending of them not using the wish was a little cliche, and I thought it would be cool if they found one cool way to use it. But that's really my only criticism of the movie. On to the positives. First off, just on a technical level, this movie is beautifully animated. It's really smooth, but it's also got this cool use of its frame rate that's reminiscent of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. It's got vibrant colors, character designs, and worlds that aren't trying to be too realistic and set their own feel. It's got a really entertaining and upbeat musical score that kind of goes along with the action. And the action itself is really fun and engaging and just constantly on your toes. So the movie on a technical and action and musical level is just phenomenal. Great for an animated movie. The characters are one of the best parts of this movie. Puss in Boots, voiced amazingly by Antonio Banderas, is maybe the best he's ever been as he goes through this phenomenal character arc of learning to accept that death is coming and making the most of his one life without this kind of constant knowledge of, oh, I have 9 lives, I can do anything I want, and having to face fear and mortality and making the most of the life with the people he loves in this beautiful character arc as he learns to face death. And it's one of the best character arcs I've seen in an animated movie in a long time. It's also got a really fun side cast. Kitty Softpaws and Perito are a lot of fun, and they make for a great dynamic with Puss in Boots. Goldilocks and the Three Bears were great. They had a fun story arc, some great development. Florence Pugh was a lot of fun in the role. I thought Big Jack Horner was a fun villain. I always loved John Mulaney. He's hilarious, and I just thought his just intense narcissism and nearly kind of sadistic selfishness made for a great villain. But then of course I'd say probably the best new character from this movie is the Big Bad Wolf, or Death, and what is just a terrifyingly real villain, but also kind of cartoony, if that makes sense. Cartoony in its depiction, but real in the fact that Puss in Boots is afraid of dying, and death is finally coming for him. Just with the whistle and the way you can never land a hit on death, the way it got that first blood off Puss in Boots. The way to make a villain scary is by making the main character scared of them. And having Puss in Boots' fur stand on end the moment he heard that whistle just made Death maybe one of the most terrifying movies in an animated movie I have ever seen. And he leads to Puss in Boots' great character arc. Anytime he comes on stage, you get chills. This is one of the DreamWorks' best villain, maybe even my personal favorite. And it just, Death was such a dominating screen presence whenever he was here, but I also liked at the end how he let Puss in Boots have his last life. Also, this movie is hilariously funny. It's got so many dark jokes and adult jokes along with the genuinely funny kid jokes. But it also managed to take some dark things like people being blown up to confetti and make them work in a way that makes it so this movie can still be PG. The plot, like I said, can be simple, but it works in a way that helps every character have their arc. And this movie just soars because of amazing messages and themes, fantastic characters. It's great on a technical level. The villain's amazing. And I love all the Shrek references, and it's just fun to be back in this universe. I'd honestly say Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is the best animated movie to come out in years. Probably since the last Toy Story movie, which I gave a 10 out of 10, but Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, maybe my favorite movie in the Shrek franchise, one of my favorite DreamWorks movies, and something I'd absolutely recommend anyone check out. Although if you come this far, then you've probably already seen it based on my warning. But yeah, I give Puss in Boots: The Last Wish a 9.5 out of 10. I hope you guys liked the video. I'll see you all soon for my review of Babylon. Hope you liked the video. Bye-bye.